Morning everyone, happy Tuesday. Welcome to my daily ramble. I'm out again on a lovely walk. Weather's really nice and fresh this morning and I love getting out for a walk before I start the day. So before I start work and get my head focused, it's really nice to just get out. You can probably hear the birds. It's just good to kind of clear the head and then crack on for the day. So today, the thought that came to me this morning was based on a quote that I saw. So someone had posted to say about the time where you need a map is before you go into the woods. And it's really true to think about in terms of us wanting to be our best selves and live our best life. It's one thing to say that, but it's another thing to actually think, do you have clarity on what that looks like? And do you have a path to getting you there? So I wanted us to think about that today, is about the fact that it's really important to start to have that plan, to have that map before you then actually start taking steps to get you there. And knowing what that will look like, because if you don't have the map or that plan, you'll never know if you actually get to the destination or you get to where you're wanting to go. And it's very easy then to kind of veer off in different directions if you don't actually know where you're going in the first place. So then once you start to get clear on what that bigger vision looks like, what your best life looks like, how it feels to you, all of those things, then the next thing is to remember that you're not going this alone. Chances are someone has trodden that path ahead of you. And in that case, then it's around reading around the subject, learning from other people, opening your mind to possibilities that lay in front of you, and really tapping into that connection with others who are that bit further ahead of you, who have made the mistakes, who want to share their lessons with you as well, so that you can learn from them and then you can then make your own path. And I think it's really important that we focus on the fact that we are making our own path. So yes, learn from other people, but don't feel that you then have to do it exactly the way that they did it. You're learning from lots of different people from different walks of life who have trodden this path in many different ways, and you're then figuring out what you're going to use to clear a path for yourself, because we're all different, we're all unique, and that's the beauty of it. So today, as you go about your day, think about getting clarity on what your best looks like. So whether that's your lifestyle, your business, your performance, your career. If you're listening to this podcast, chances are you want to up level in some way, in some area of your life. And so getting clarity today on what that actually looks like, taking a moment out. You know, we're all busy being busy. And I'm kind of conscious to help us to just slow down at times and take a step back. Just take a step back from your day to day for just a moment and look at that bigger picture, so then you can get clarity on where you're heading, where you want to head. And I love the term big, hairy, audacious goals. So I'm now trying to remember the guy's name. His name's Jim. I can picture his books. We've got quite a few. Jim Collins. He coined the phrase big, hairy, audacious goals. And I think sometimes we can set goals that just feel quite comfortable to us, that are achievable to us right now. But what thinking about a big, hairy, audacious goal does is it encourages you to think big. You know, where's the biggest that you could go? And that won't be achievable to you in your current state right now. And that's the whole point, is then about pushing yourself, to pushing those boundaries, to challenging yourself to be that bigger, better version of you. But that's defined by you. This isn't defined by society's expectations, by other people's expectations. It's around you getting clear on what is that big vision of me, of my performance, of my life. And just take a moment today to think about that and get clear on that big vision. Then once you know that and you feel it as well, you know, link emotions to that. What am I going to feel if I live this life, if I perform in this way? How's it going to affect those around me? How's it going to affect me if I don't do this? How's that going to feel if I don't achieve this, or I don't take steps? So it's not necessarily about the kind of winning or achieving that, but it's more about, what if I don't do anything to get me closer to there? So hang some emotions around that, some feelings, and then you get clear on that. You get clear on how it's going to make you feel, how it's going to make you feel if you don't do it, if you do it. And then, only then, can you start making your map, your steps to getting you there. And as I said, learning from other people who have trodden that path ahead of you. So that's what I want us to reflect on today, is that whole quote around the time to need a map is before you go into the woods. So before you even start taking steps to get you to the next level, you need to get clear on what the next level looks like and what those steps are going to look like along your journey to success on your terms. So have a fantastic day. I'm going to carry on out in nature for a little bit longer because it's just so beautiful here. I'm just going to turn, for those of you watching on YouTube, I just turn this. Isn't that stunning? So I'm going to go for a little walk more in the countryside, clear my head before getting into work, and I know that I'll feel so much more focused, much more productive. And it's all about that, having success without stress, which starting your day off with a nice long walk is definitely a primer for that. Have a fantastic day. Catch you tomorrow.